Hey y'all, and welcome back to the stream and a new project. So after we finished Mafia 3, I'd like to test a game that I had long on my bucket list, and because I don't know, I just put it there and never played it, despite having played Portal 1 and 2. But now I want to finish it or get rid of it, so that I can finally make a can move forward and finish this series of Portal. So before I get into the game, because the last Mafia stream was a silent one, where I didn't record my voice or the avatar. And of course, haven't I didn't say anything at the end of the game. Yeah, I'd like to address that here real short. So the ending was good in my opinion. I actually I thought we would have to do much more story related missions. The end was quite surprising, or surprisingly short. I didn't I didn't think we were that far in the game. So, but yeah, I like I like the options that you can choose from at the end, and how you would end the game, how you would like to end the story, either leaving town or just leaving all behind you, or yeah, ruling the town after Marcano, by yourself, or together with your friends or your colleagues, so to say. I'd like that, and I also very liked the little cutscene in between the credits where Donovan freaked completely out, and he is his crusade is not over yet, so he's still, and I like that over the top, obviously, almost ironic, or yeah, not ironic. It is a little bit. How do you say it in English? Wait a moment. Oh, there is no actually. So yeah, exaggerated or excessive. Excessively. His behavior is a little bit, but I like that. I like his personality, and I really like the cutscene at the end, in between the credits. Was so much fun watching that. And I think the most important thing in the end was, for me personally, was that they, and I think for many fans too, that we finally got to know what happened with Joe, the friend, best friend of Vito, the main protagonist of Mafia 2. And we finally, yeah, this it was lingering around in the back of my head all the time, and I was worried if we would ever see or hear anything from Joe, but yes, he lives and he is doing well apparently, and I really liked that little detail that they developers integrated that in the game, because yeah, that character is I don't know, he's just, you grow with him. I think he is you end up liking him, or at least it is it was for me. So I was a little bit disappointed at the end of Mafia 2, not knowing what his fate will be or is. And yeah. Okay, so well, that out of the way, let's move on with Portal story smell. So I will say a few words about that game before we jump in. It is there's a Wikipedia article if you're interested in. It is basically a modification for Portal 2 that came out in 2015, and it is developed by Prism Studios. And it is yeah, obviously made in this by with the help of the Source engine, and like Portal 1 and 2, it is a puzzle platformer and single player game, and it expands the background story of the Aperture Science facility or laboratories a little bit more, aside from Portal 1 and 2, which I find quite intriguing, because what the two games, apart from the gameplay, in my opinion, did really well is to tell a story, and with different layers, and you literally dig deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole and uncover more and more of the story and more of the background information that surrounds that mysteriously laboratories of Aperture Science, which is which is in direct which is a direct rival of Black Mesa, which you know or maybe heard of when you played or heard of Half-Life series, the games. So they actually exist in the same universe and are rivaling companies, so to say, or rivals in terms of economy. Of they both seek and try to get money from the government in order to in order for their experiments or their testings, their products that they that they are trying to develop. And in but in despite Black Mesa facility, the Aperture Science is more I will say more economic institution, more like for the market, not for the government, but they early on produced products for the normal market, not for the military, or that came later. So but all of that stories and related things in the Half-Life universe or expanded universe of Half-Life is are being also part of that plot or story that is going on in Portal 1 and 2. So it's like driving on a rail parallel to Half-Life, and you hear or see, or if your that is really good, you what the two games made really good is you can pick up little details that are placed carefully in the game, and here and there read or hear or see anything that has to do with something going on in a specific part of the Half-Life universe. And if you know and if you played the games, you will be rewarded a lot with little information pieces here and there, and details and or background related stuff, so that you can form yourself a greater picture. And I like that. It's in environmental storytelling, and they do that really good. And the modification that we are about to play is it actually won an award for best fan creation at 2015, and it was nominated for the mod of the year also. So it's not a shitty mod. It's supposed to be really good. So let's just dive in, I would say, because I already talked enough. Okay, I did a few adjustments before. First, I reduced the audio volume a little bit because it was very high. It was all maxed out. We have subtitles, yes, and we have that video settings, which are on default. I don't know, maybe because the game is a little bit older, on default is all maxed out. I hope that works. And of course we are playing on a PC with mouse and keyboard. So, load game. I didn't, what the heck? I didn't play the game yet. Okay, so exit to main menu. Let's just start a new game. Advanced mode, chapter 1. Okay, story mode. Yeah, of course. Story mode, policy and smell. Go. Okay, 9052. So That's the classical Half-Life beginning, always in a train, with a little bit of prologue information. And 1952, Cave Johnson, if that name rings a bell for you, is still alive. So let's see what happens. Okay, first mouse sensitivity. It's too low. Sorry, I have to adjust that. What the frick? Okay, that's maybe a little bit too heavy. Okay, much better. So, for the side note, Cave Johnson is the founder of the company, as you heard, and as he himself said in that recording of Aperture Science. And he died in, I guess, in the 80s, in the early 80s. And that is the premise of the first Portal game. So because he died, or he knew that he would die soon, he initiated a project for the researching artificial intelligence. And in order to transfer his own mind into a machine, into a robot, so that he could keep on running the company. But for in case that he was dying before the project, the project, that research project could be successfully finished, he ordered his oh, my English is so bad. He ordered his assistant, I forgot her name, sorry, that her mind would be transferred into that machine, into that robot. And that robot is GLaDOS. And yeah, obviously, Cave Johnson died before the project could be finished. So his assistant was transferred, or her mind was transferred into GLaDOS, and yeah, you know the rest of the story. Everything went wrong, and GLaDOS yeah, freaked out and killed everyone, almost every employee in the company, in that, and so that is practically the things that happened right before Portal 1. But we are now in the 1950s, which is like the peak of the company of Aperture Science. And we are one of the test persons. So back in the day, when the company still had a lot of money, they recruited, you heard it, astronauts, war heroes, or athletes, Olympian athletes, as test subjects. And they got funded by the government, and they did quite well in terms of the rivalry between yeah, with I mean the Black Mesa complex. So we are now experiencing the company in its golden times, when the economic success plateaued and Aperture Science really yeah, moved forward and invented cool shit. Not always ethical shit, but you gotta admit cool shit. And one of that projects, maybe we will get to it. One of that projects was the Portal project for the yeah, let's say one of that yeah, pillars is that Portal project, which is based upon quantum physics and gave birth to that handheld portal gun, or that you know, that we all know from Portal 1 and 2. And if you see that posters, it's that whole complex that they sealed away underneath the earth because they wanted to cover up their yeah, amoral experiments and tests that still exists in that game. And I guess we are about to get there and test everything. So there are the science spheres, we have that repulsion jail. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Let's that was later put, or was forbidden and could not be sold anymore. And superconductor, I don't know that, or I forgot about it. Oh, we can zoom, that is cool. And it is all a little bit, the whole style of the game is, it has that 50s flair, that American 50s flair, and it is all utterly exaggerated, but in a funny way. It's a little bit, I guess, like you could compare it in like Bioshock, but not in a dark way, but in a funny way. It's a little bit, it's comical. That's exactly what I meant. Sorry, Twitch is making funny things again. I hope if I have to replace my avatar later, yeah, let's see. So I don't want to rush through that game. I know you can do that, but I want to take my time and enjoy everything that is here. Maybe we can discover Easter eggs or puns on other games, or yeah, something that has to do with Portal 1 or 2, or City 17, high security clearance. So I guess City 17 is the city where Half-Life 2 takes place. Oh man, last time I played that game was when it came out. Vending machine, reshape, okay. Aperture Cola, cooled to 3 Kelvin. Or 10 cents. Propulsion soda. Speedy, what is that? Sarsaparilla. Caffeinated. Decaf. Decaffeinated. What? Citranium soda. Rigolif. Ranja? Interesting, okay. Please sign in with the receptionist before proceeding to the launch. Okay. So, main station. Let's go there first. Apparently we can't do anything else, right? Nope. I already like the wait. Twitch is strange. Oh, he's sleeping. Well, then I guess we have to go out of service. Okay, apparently E is for action, which is good. Aperture Science Innovators. Yeah, that is the name of the company, or that was it back in the 50s. The future of tomorrow starts today. It's so cringe. Superconductor test. Superpowers? What? I can't read that, sorry. Supertunios? Or both? Supertumors? What the heck? Ask your local aperture supervisor about conductor tests and become the human specimen you always dreamed to be. Aperture Science Innovators withhold the right to be angry about any exploded eyes or teeth during conductor tests. Yeah, that is so cool. That's so trustworthy. Science fears. Talk to your nearest representative about investigating in fears today. You'll not regret it. Now with asbestos. Aperture Science Innovators withhold the right to engage in court liaison due to any loss of breathing or tumors gained during fear participation. That's good. Aperture Science Innovators. Salt, asbestos. What is that? Curtain. I am as light as a feather. Plus repulsion. Let me look that up. Blast Repulsion Jail is handy for reaching those difficult spots around the house or workplace. One simply brush off the easy to apply gel on any surface will give you incredible gravity-defying results in nanoseconds. So basically it works like a trampoline, like some sort of... yeah, it catapults you up if you, if you jump on it. Then the number one most effective dietary aid. Eat your favorite meals twice, never guilty again, lose all weight, none of the fat, all of the taste. Repulsion Gale tastes like science. Aperture Science behold your right to have broken bones from high velocity falls. Yep. Okay, we already read that one. That is so cool. Jesus.
Here at Aperture Science Innovators, we love to give back to the community. So, instead of just giving back, we made our own community. Entirely made out of Aperture Science malleable concrete, on top of the salt mines. And that's exactly why you shouldn't touch the walls or stomp your feet either. Last thing we need is to touch up a dent in the wall because someone was too hands-on.
That is so freaking cool to see. Jesus, they did a great job. I mean, that is so detailed. I mean, not even Half-Life 2, when it came out, was, I guess, I hope the game is not just, I don't know, 5 minutes long. Focus on science, the future. Imagine. Okay. Nice. Sleep Easy Motel. Okay. Access to metro. So cool. Yeah, 1947 was the foundation, when the company was founded. But I guess it was not until, or no, it was, Cave Johnson started his career in the early 40s, but the Aperture Science Innovators company was founded in 1947. That was the year when he decided that this company should do more than just selling shower curtains, and he engaged in science, specifically in physics. Yeah, why not? Should I want to see that. I hope we can get in there somehow later on. Let's see. Nope, at least not now. Let me have a quick jump, duck, okay. Yeah. So, and when he started the company, when he got really rich through selling curtains and started the company Aperture Science Innovators, he bought a salt mine, and on the top of that he placed what we are seeing here, and it goes deep, deep, deep. The laboratories, the test sites, all that is underground, and it is huge.
I told you it was easy to find. You found it faster than any test subjects on record. That's not good. Anyway, just head through the door on the right to the elevator. You'll know where to go.
Let's see. Threat protocol appendix A ref red rate for analysis evidence technique. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, Aperture Science Innovators. We want the best, and you are it. Sign up today. Further your brilliant career at Aperture Science Innovators. You could have what it takes to help us. Know a friend who could make it big at our future center? Send them our way, because science without results is witchcraft. Exactly. Your guided tour representative for today is Caroline. Know your allergens, pollen element, dander, plastics, antimatter. Okay. Jesus, what is that? I wonder if that are real pictures, I mean, from out of that time. Best new science company, Aperture Science, 1947. Okay. Ah, Curtain Salesman, there it is, 1943. Cave Johnson, Shaw Curtain Salesman of 1943 Aperture Fixtures. Fixtures. Okay, let's try to read it. New Press. Local entrepreneur buys salt mine. Cave Johnson to bring science industry to Upper Michigan. The future is here and it's under the Earth's crust, says Science Maverick. Yeah, okay. Runner-up contractor. Okay. U.S. Department of Defense. So yes, that is the golden days of Aperture Science, when they got much money from the government. Science and technology. 50 Shades of Cave. What the frick? Was that when 50 Shades of Grey came out, around 2015? I don't know. Okay, we can't use that. Your friend, the chain. Looks safe. Okay.
So, at first, I wanted to put in a long flight of stairs that spiraled down through the old salt mines down here. Give the test subjects a great view of the place. But no! The zoning boards on my bean counters said that's why they invented elevators. So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue, my former boys chickened out of me and built this elevator to go to our temporary offices. I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs. Seriously though, the stairs aren't ready, so get on that stupid elevator.
Oh, I like that. The depth of detail, or the... Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, that is that iconic elevator that we know of Portal 2. Portal 2 is actually playing in the future. I mean, from the standpoint of Portal 1 and that game, it is, I guess, plays around in 2010s. But because in Portal 2 you can we go up there? You rediscover the past, the salt mines underground. You are getting to all that old facilities in the 50s, out of the 50s and 60s. So it has at some point a part of the game is feels really retro-like. That game now. So we see here there are, I don't know what is with first two ones or what is that, but at least there are 4 great locations or mining sites. I don't know the word in English for, but and on that levels there are different. I mean, they are huge in itself, and there are these testing sites located. So let's just go for it. Please keep your legs inside the elevator. Yeah. Oh boy.
Here at Aperture, we're always trying to push the boundaries of science that little bit more. That's why we're taking on this new project. When the beam counters told me not to buy a salt mine to do all this science, the first thing they said was, "No, there's too much space. You can't suspend something over nothing and pray that a test can happen in thin air." Well, thanks to some use of the old calculator between the ears and a generous helping of the "you're fired" stamp, I came up with a final solution to that. If you can't anchor something in thin air, why bother trying to make it in the air in the first place? I came up with this. Introducing the Aperture Science Innovators Suspended Testing Sphere. Each sphere is suspended in the air, anchored to the walls by concrete and steel lattice rebar. They seem like they float in the air, but in fact, they don't. Plus, we can keep building above them, onward and upward. This salt mine here can take at least 10 of these bad boys per shaft. 9 shafts, 90 tests. We can test whatever we want to and beat that other company into the ground. Black Mason. Those guys can kiss my... Anyway, the bean counters cried like babies when they saw the cost of these things, but they wet their pants when they threw them out the door. I pay the bills, I make the decisions around here, and I hire and fire as I please. Now, the first of these spheres won't be ready for a few more months, so you'll be participating in one of our smaller tests, the Aperture Science Innovators Short-Term Relaxation Vault.
Oh, that brings back so many memories. are still only in one of the 4 shafts that is currently operating.
When you get to the offices, I'll tell you a bit more. This test should be real easy for you, though. Just get inside one of the Aperture Science Innovators' short-term relaxation vaults and lie in a bed. You'll feel yourself fall asleep quickly. Don't worry, though. Our science boys will get you out shortly. You'll only be out for a few minutes. An hour at most if something goes wrong. Don't worry. We've got everything under control. You'll be making science, and you won't have to do a thing. Who's the winner here? You are.
Yeah, and that short-term relaxation vaults in Portal 2, you were placed or in one by force against your will, and you woke up only after several years passed, and only because you were woken up. By someone.
So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators short-term relaxation vault for a quick, deep sleep. And then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night. You're most likely a walking zombie. That'll give us the best results. But just remember, don't sleep too long. This isn't a bed and breakfast. And if you decide to stay tonight, I'm charging you rent for the next year. We'll have a bed ready for you. Just follow the testing area signs and go to bed. Don't mind the turrets. They're firing blanks. At least that's what Crazy Harry told me. Had 6 science boys disappear because of him.
Okay, now we are completely on the bottom. I like the music. And I like the style, the graphic style, the art style of the Source engine. I don't know what it is, especially that concrete surfaces. It looks so. It looks like, I don't know, like some buildings that you can. That buildings that were built in the 60s or in 50s, 60s. It has a really cool look to it. I can't explain it better. It just you can recognize that engine easily or danger. It has its own charm. Just oh, that's so great. I guess that is the box art, like here, or one of the iconic pictures with the logo or the text Portal Story Smell. That is one of that shots was taken here. Let's explore a little bit before we are entering the building. Do not litter. Yes, yes, yes. I should have played Portal 1 and 2 in advance for playing that, because yeah, I can't remember anything, of course. I mean, not everything. Only the rough story and a few parts, important parts out of the games. But nothing too detailed. Test subject waiting area. Okay. Out of service. Why are all WCs out of service? Okay, chance. Yeah, there he is. Looks like a real entrepreneur. like a real science maverick. Ooh, that's the turrets, the first, the prototypes of the turrets we know out of Portal 1 and 2. That's cool, that's so cool. That's cool. And look at the magazine. Shit. Food facts number 13. Oh please, mommy. We help the war effort if we buy what happens to be plentiful in our own locality. Stock naturally vary a little in different parts of the country, but here is a plenty list which applies to most places. Home-killed meat, coffee, potatoes, oatmeal, homegrown vegetables on the kitchen front. That's so cool. Inalienable right of children to something sweet. When children plead for something sweet, don't scold them. They are only maintaining their inalienable right as active and growing young citizens to an extra ration of energy. What the fuck? Correct anatomy of diet. So it's good about Horlicks. For your emergency store. So if you want to read that, please go on. I will pause here real quick. Maybe the cursor like that. Okay. First, let's go upstairs. Hardly working. I mean, and all that furniture, the chairs, that is so. I mean, it is all in that look of the 50s. I really like that. I don't know why. It's just I like that art style and the design of that era. Not everything was cool, but what? Layoffs, anyone? I just want to explore everything before the game really kicks in and we have to do testing. Which is cool, of course, but if we have the freedom to walk around and look at everything, I want to do that. Because normally in the Portal 1 and 2, in 2 not so much, of course, because of the story, but in 1, most of the time you are in the actual tests, in actual test environments and doing experiments or test, doing these puzzles, and you don't have the opportunity to take a look behind the scenes and walk around in the office of the company, or I mean backstage but you are forced in that test chambers, and you can't go, or you, yeah, can't leave them just as you please. So it is a good opportunity now to have a look around and how everything is actually apart from the testing sites.
Don't worry, those tourists won't kill you. The safety on their guns is on. Had some lab boys shut them down. Crazy Harry lied to me.
Okay, maybe that is our first little test. But not without music, of course. Why would they place turrets here? Oh, that's so funny. What does it read? Science innovated. Okay, you can't actually exactly. But you already get an idea. Here's a door. So basically, all the testing chambers, or they are modular. They are connected like huge containers, and you can, if you have enough room, you can build with them whatever you want to. But I mean, in a much larger scale, we are here just in that short-term relaxation walls, but the rest of the facility more or less is built in the same manner. At least will be. I don't know if that is the case yet, but they made it so that the test chambers are connected, but the test chambers themselves are more or less modules that are connected with each other and could be swapped easily.
If you're hearing this message, you're at the sleeping chamber. Carolyn, is the test ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Then you're good to go. Step into the chamber and get into the bed. Our lab boys will take care of the rest.
Okay, so now it is around, yeah, I don't know, is it AM? I don't know, it's night. Around 12 o'clock. Let's see.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got shot okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just head out of the chamber, I'll tell you a bit more out there.
Okay. So, by the look of the chamber, okay, the clock doesn't work. So it looks like more than one more than 1 hour has passed. Okay, let's have a look. And it is always it is always a mess. Portal 1 and 2 also starts with you waking up and in an environment that is not favorable towards your survivability, or I don't know how to. Yeah, it is a hazard environment, and something is just wrong. And yeah, what the frick happened here?
Don't worry about the height. Had a few of my scientists make what's called long fall Aperture Science Innovators long fall boots. That was easier to think of than I thought.
We can't. I guess we can't see ourselves. But we have that kangaroo-like devices on our feet so that we can jump higher and fall off from higher distances without taking damage, I guess. Or do we get it? Jesus Christ. Let me see if there is a toggle zoom, blah blah blah. Take screenshot, quick save, quick load. F6. Okay. Oh. Okay, I thought I messed up. Let's actually try to walk around a little bit more. And no worries, there is no GLaDOS or anything alike, because GLaDOS was first activated in 1998. So, and before that, I guess the project itself even started not before 1982. So, and it was finished after Cave Johnson's death, so it can't possibly. Oh shoot. But this is an actual.
Pick that yellow device up. Don't worry, it's not hazardous. I've had the scientists leave you a new device to help you. Yeah, that's right. A new test. Congratulations! You get to test something else now. Double the experiments for you.
Nice. Old, reliable. The first AHPD to have 3 healthy surviving users. What the fuck? AHPD, Aperture Handheld Portal Device. Yeah, exactly, that is coming soon. You got the idea. Join us. For the future, Aperture are delivering what could change the way mankind travels through space and time. We are innovating faster than the speed of light. Yes, it's possible. We are so eager for you to try this new technology. We even give you a whole $60 for the experience. Spirit of Idaho National Potato Board for the promotion of potato science 1955. That is a pun on Portal 2, where GLaDOS personality was GLaDOS chip was placed in a potato, in a potato battery. And you took it and you stuck it on one of that one of the metallic angles of your portal gun, and as a companion.
There's an open door nearby. Should take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built the building like this.
Okay, so first things first.
Don't worry about that. It's just a new drilling test we're doing down below. Yeah, to get the salt mines deeper, to get more testing spares in. Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that.
Okay, I have to move my avatar. Because of the bottle gun being on the right side. Okay. Thank you for not loitering longer than 20 minutes. Oh, what happened here? So, yeah, we will get to that later, I guess. There are surfaces where you can place bottles, and there are surfaces where you can't place them. For example, I can place it on concrete, but not on wood. And if the surface is not big enough, like here, to place 2 bottles, just I can place 1. And maybe that is already the first riddle. Yes, like we have to get up there somehow. And we're doing that by the portal. So by going through here, I will fall from the ceiling. Oh, he looks a little bit older now. So I guess that is at least, I don't know, 10 to 20 years. I guess we are now in the 70s, based from the look, from the fashion. Remember, alert your supervisor if you see OSHA Inspector, Depth of Energy Inspector, GAR Accountant, Undercover Police Officer, Nuclear Regulatory Commissioner, FEMA Coordinator, Ordinary Police Officer, Journalist, Public Works Inspector, MSHA, Mine Inspector, ATF, FBI, US Marshal. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm so dumb. Okay, we have to go down again. That lake is no more.
Don't mind all this too. We just had earthquakes. Lots of earthquakes. Yeah, you get lots of those here in Michigan.
RPG. Project Azuka. The fuck is going on here? And the cool thing about Portal 1 and 2 is you, besides doing the actual tests or the actual gameplay, you have to, or by doing it you uncover or explore the backgrounds of what went wrong, and you have to find out, and you find out eventually more and more. Hazardous materials, don't touch anything unfamiliar.
These earthquakes even shook up time a bit. Some stuff from the future got here. Yep, that's how it's here. Don't worry, it's still 1952. Adlai Stevenson is still president. Alright, so, the earthquakes. Kinda did some redecorating in here. Destroyed the door too. You'll have to find another way out. There's gotta be something you can use to launch yourself over the door. There has to be another way out.
So the orange jail is there to create surfaces on which you can slide or move very fast. Okay, where to go now? Ah, we have to go upstairs. Let's see. Pump station beta. I'm struggling. Of course, what should we do here? So I guess we have to catapult ourselves out of the window and break the glass, maybe. Lol. Did it go through the window? Oh, okay, I'm so dumb. Maybe we have to place the green bottle on another spot. Let's see. Oh yeah. Like here, and we will fly out. Okay, so we have to just get enough speed, gain enough momentum, acceleration. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Nice.
I know things might look different than what you're used to, but while you were spending that little time sleeping, we had some Aperture Science nanomachines come in and build all this stuff. Yeah, that's it. They're quick little guys, faster than any science guy I got.
Okay, let's have a look around. Okay, the waterfall is no more, and it feels so vanished or got broken. Everything, I mean, you see it. The vegetation. Keep out, do not enter. We will enter your shop. Oh yeah. Basically, if you are walking through that force field, our portals that we placed will vanish. Okay, so we can't go through the elevator or by elevator up. Okay. Got it. I really like the look of the portal gun and the details that they integrated there or placed there. The little clip there, and the tape on the other metal. I don't know what it is. That little metal arm. Warning: this enrichment shaft may contain unsafe quantities of cosmic ray. What? Spallation elements. Okay.
Beyond that door is one of the new testing tracks. Totally, completely new. Get through it and head to the first testing sphere. I'll let you know more there.
So, okay. A little bit of background information here. Apparently we are now in the, it must be at least the 60s or the 70s, because from the 60s, basically from the 60s onwards, Aperture Science, the company, did not good economically speaking. They are running out of money. They didn't get any government funding anymore. They are doing economically bad, and Cave Johnson and back in the time tried everything in his might to solve that problem and to be able to continue competing with Black Mesa facility. And he developed a 3-step plan for doing that, and one of the 3 steps was the Portal project. So it must be at least, we slept at least 8 to 10 years, I guess.
Now, I just want to make sure you know something before you go any further. We have these new inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now, some guy decided that it would be a good idea to make ones that prevent people from going through, and installed one where people needed to go through.
Okay. Authorized personnel only, so we can't go through here or we die. Oh, great.
Now, I just want to make sure you know something before you go any further. We have these new inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now, some guy decided that it would be a good idea to make ones that prevent people from going through, and installed one where people needed to go through.
Repulsion gain. To do human safety verification. Yeah, basically it functions like you are a rubber ball if you jump on one of these shale covered surfaces. That's so cool. And it was one of the strong points, one of the core principles of the Source engine. They developed that engine partly to be able to how do I say that? To be able to pull out realistic physics, so like gravitation, how something would behave if you throw it, or if you mess with it around, and yeah, like not only that ragdoll physics, but a more complex physics engine that is works fine with most or all objects that you can manipulate in the world, and that was one of the strong points of the Source engine when it came out back in the day. And the physics engine was very convincing and very for that time and compared to other games very well working. And The Portal games, they do, of course, they take advantage of that engine and what it is capable of, and as a result, I guess that Chell behaves in such a good way, or is so funny to use, and so it's just a gameplay element and gameplay enrichment. They cleverly used the physics engine of the source engine, that the physics to install or integrate a fun gameplay element, or made gameplay itself one of the core features, and it works quite well and is so cool. It is so fun to do.
If you turn the power off, you can easily turn it back on. That switch isn't like the rest of them. The others trip a circuit breaker that causes an entire part of the facility's power grid to blow up. So remember, the one in here is good, all others bad. I think these switches were designed for 2 people. Maybe your new test can help.
In the event of flooding, seek air pockets. Okay. Hatch override. Can't do anything here, so maybe here. Nope. Okay, we can't jump over that. And I always liked the huge scale that is featured in that games. So you yourself are compared feeling really small and not important compared to that gigantic scale of complex compound you are in, and it's frightening and marvelous and cool at the same time. Okay, so what do we do? Oh, I got it. We have to find the surface. Okay, so let's see if we can place a blue portal here somewhere and activate power again. Yes, that could work. So let's see.
Remember, you can always turn the power on or off again.
Oh, okay, I got it. We have to be faster. We have to pull that. Yes, okay. So that are those are the easy riddles, the easy puzzles. It will get harder, much harder. Okay, we can't go through. Shelf floor, okay. Can we shoot it somewhere else? Apparently not.
The new testing track is just through here.
What the frick? No horseplay. Do not open containers yourself. Know your anti-matters risks. That is also...
Oh, that's meant to happen.
Oh, shit.
Just to test your reflexes, you know, after your short sleep.
It was also a pun on Portal 2. Because after GLaDOS' ship got connected to a potato battery, a bird, a raven, I guess, snatched the potato before we could reach it and took it to its nest. So, and a part of the game deals with catching or pursuing that damn bird to get the potato back. It's really funny. Oh shoot. Okay, apparently we have to go there. There's the test site. So, but we have to go there. Jesus.
Ah yes, Bravo Volta, hold on. Fifth testing track, yes, fifth. You'll need a portal device to get through. Sorry, I meant a portable quantum tunneling device. Look, it's in your hands right now. The scientists did their job. You'll do fine.
Repulsion shell was Aperture's first attempt to create a dietetic pudding substitute. It's true, the shell is sweeter, lightly, less non-toxic form of fiberglass insulation that causes subsequently ingested food items to bounce off the lining of a dieter's distended stomach and out is or her mouth. For various reasons, this product was pulled from shelves. Yeah. So it is already, yeah, guess that happened in the around the early 60s. What is that? Water? Ah, of course it is water, so that you can wash away the gel, I guess. So we have to get there and okay, I get it. And that is just an early form of that cubes. So let's try that. No. That worked well. So where do we have to go? Oh. Now what? Oh. Now we actually can use one portal here. The other here. Let's try this. But I don't know what. No, let's try it. fuck, we forgot. Shit. We had Amsterdam.
Now, everything about this test is lead-lined, according to my 1950s notes here in my 1950s filing cabinet. Says it's harmful to humans. I mean, not harmful to humans. You'll be okay. Perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Oh, and don't worry about the boxes. We got a ton backstocked, ready for this kind of thing. Throw them at the wall, destroyed, rinse and repeat. Useless little things, made them in an hour.
Yeah. Okay, back in the days that were boxes. Called boxes, not cubes, they were built out of wood. And later on it was something different material. Okay, let's try. Maybe we have to. Let's try. What is that? No, I don't have time to click there to open the, I don't know, the second box thing, activate the second one. Can't catapult it. Maybe we have to let it. The thing does not go in. What is if we try to... So at some point we have to maybe like that. I was hoping that okay, the one disappeared, so I don't get it. see ourselves a little bit better. Okay. What the frick just happened? Okay. So one of the two cubes. I just don't. What the hell? I mean, we had to place the right cube or box on that button, on that red button on the floor, so that it would be destroyed. Activating that mechanism, which uplifts that platform we are standing on right now. So, but I gotta be honest, I didn't. It was just a trial and error. It was not me finding a logical solution for the problem. And now we have to get we still have to get one of that boxes in order to get there. Okay. I tried to think of a solution for the puzzle. it's not. We have to step on. So we have 2 cubes. Now that is the one from here and that is the one from here. So this one will disappear the moment I press that button. Yeah. Maybe we have to. No, there can't be, right? The box must be up there, I guess. So it's like. Let me see. There's no surface. moment that button is activated, YouTube will come out here. Let's see. Where is there? No, doesn't work the way I wanted to. Shit. Okay, I gotta stop the stream for today. I got no solution for the puzzle yet, so we will continue on Tuesday and hopefully solve the puzzle. So I hope you had a good one. It was fun for me. It's really challenging. I think it's harder than Portal 1 and 2. The riddles are clever designed and yeah, fun to solve, I think. And I mean, until now, I have nothing to complain about the mod. It's quite the opposite. It's really well made, I think, and I'm enjoying it much, and I'm looking forward to playing and finishing that game finally. So make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see each other tomorrow again. Until then, as always, have a good one and stay safe. Bye bye.